Hello. Oh,
Hi.
that was a lot louder than I expected. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Hi, everyone. And then also, thank you to the people here who
Welcome.
said yes
Hello.
to coming in. Hello, hello.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's really nice that you guys are here. I'll do a quick intro of myself in case anyone doesn't know who I am. I'm Annie, or also known as Annie Fuchsia, and I was part of OnlyFangs, the hardcore WoW guild that was started by Soda Poppin and Miskiff. And I was in both of the OnlyFangs seasons. Season 2 is now officially over. And I thought having this panel, getting people together to talk about it, would be a fun, cool thing. So, yeah. Let's start with Storm, yeah, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Stormfall. I joined OnlyFangs last year as well, but didn't get very far. Joined this year, got to level 60, died, got to level 60 again, and then died the day before BWL.
I remember.
Yeah.
Am I next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Savix, and I didn't get to play Season 1 because Guzu told me to join the Makara tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he ditched me right after.
Yeah, I quit it. But there was other reasons for that. But yeah, it was really fun though. You had fun.
I had fun.
Yeah.
We got top 8 and showed the road case pretty damn well, so that was great.
Oh, yeah, you died so bad.
I disconnected.
Yeah, the
I-
duel, you disconnected.
I
You're gonna
could've-
win the duel.
Yeah, I would have won that duel and got number
Yeah,
1
that
rogue spot,
sucks.
but I DC'd and we lost it. Anyways, Season 2 was great, but Soda Poppin forgot to do slash start attack on Onyxia, and I ended up dying because I was the healer, so that was great.
That was actually
And-
so sad. It was our first raid as well.
Yeah, that was our first raid, 60. I was excited to do MC with all of you guys, but ended up just happy watching. Of course, I wouldn't hate watch, right? Yeah. Anyways, my best friend Guzu, your turn.
Hi, my name is Guzu, and I'm addicted to World of Warcraft.
Hi, Guzu.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's say hi to the person.
Oh yeah, hi guys. Yeah, I joined OnlyFangs. I didn't do the first season actually. I only did the very end of it. But the second one here, I played quite a lot, and it was a lot of fun. Honestly, some of the best times I've had playing WoW or streaming WoW in I think ever. It was really cool. Met a lot of cool people, and oh yeah, I died as well in character.
Who was your favorite person?
Um,
I feel like that question was a bit loaded.
I think it's NymN.
Woo!
Who's up next?
Okay, well, hi, I'm NymN.
Hi.
Hi, Nim.
Okay, I'm a variety streamer, but I hopped on the OnlyFangs train, well, twice actually. I did play in Season 1. I played Human Priest and I died in Dead Mines. We don't talk about that. And then I played Season 2 as Undead Shadow Priest, the highest parsing Shadow Priest on the server for a brief moment. Also the only
two.
parsing Shadow Priest on the server.
The only one.
Buff the Warlocks. It's good.
Yeah, Warlock friend and lover.
And what?
Over to you, Joker.
Yo, what's up? I'm Joker. I also play WoW a bit every now and then, but this OnlyFangs thing was like very new to me because I didn't do OnlyFangs 1. And I was like, I'm gonna try it out. I was kind of like not big on it in the beginning since I thought it would be kind of weird to just play with a lot of people that maybe don't play WoW that much because I'm used to playing in a lot more try-hard stuff. But it was actually way more fun than I expected, just the contrast with playing with people that were new to the game and kind of teaching them the ways, right? And you're gonna learn from them as well, But it was so much fun.
That was a very nice way to say it would be interesting to play with people who are bad. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Nim mentioned being a variety streamer. Out of the crew here, we have Nim and Storm, who are both mainly variety streamers. And coming to WoW, especially hardcore, like, what was your feeling with that? We can start with Storm.
I was afraid it was going to kill my viewership.
Did it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
No, it was great. I think like just meeting all the new people and meeting people who play WoW and people who don't play WoW, it was just a fun experience to be able to hang out and make new friends.
Aw, so wholesome. What about you, Nim?
Okay, so is the question about playing the game itself or streaming the game, or both?
whichever you prefer to answer.
Okay,
you can do both if
both.
you want. Yep.
So as far as playing WoW, even though I barely stream it, I did play it a lot way back in the day, like 2006 or something. So I sort of knew the game ahead of time. As far as streaming the game, it's not the type of game that my viewers prefer, so that was tough. But I made them a deal. I said, I'll only make one character, and I'll just play until I die. I'll just play until that one character die.
That's how it starts.
Yes, so...
Yeah.
Right. No, but I think I was going to stay true to it. And so last time I died at level 20, so I got to 20, and I'm still alive. I'll play to 30, and then I got to 40, and then I got to 50, and then I'm like, all right, fine, guys. If I make it to 60, that's when I'm done. And then I made it to 60, and then I said, you know what? I'll do the first raid. I'll do Molten Core, and that's when I'm done. And then we did Molten Core, and then I said, well, we got to do Blackwing Lair as well. And so we did Blackwing.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. But then finally, I did die at the end of Blackwing Lair, and all of my viewers celebrated. But I think we had a good
You
time
did
still.
too, didn't you?
You kind of did too.
A little bit, I think, yeah. Oh, guys, I
looked very
died. Oh,
happy.
no.
All right, well, that game is the second job in the end. I was so sick of farming consumables.
But it's like a fun job, right?
No, the farming is something else.
You know, like
Getting werewolves buffs is
nice,
so much
nice,
fun,
nice
Guzu.
coworker. Yeah, like nice coworkers. You know, you gather
That's
sunflowers
true. I
together.
did have the best coworkers.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a good point.
That's funny. Do the rest of you guys agree? Savix, do you think playing WoW is a second job?
It's definitely a second life. You have to.
Second
it's a lot.
life.
Yeah, it's a lot. Everyone in this crowd probably knows, right? Yeah, everyone agrees. Yep.
Quick question on the OnlyFangs in general. How did you guys get into it? If you remember, who invited you, or who did you maybe ask for an invite?
Should we go in a line with Storm?
Yeah.
I actually have no idea. I think I
That's
just
fair.
saw like people like I knew who were streaming it, and I was like, hey, maybe I could. Maybe I asked
Yeah.
Soda actually. I think I
Makes
just asked
sense.
his mod or something. He was just like, ask Soda, and I'm like, you want me to just DM Soda? I
Right.
did.
You know what? Speaking of mod, I would like to, we'll continue with the question, but I'd like to invite Tuka up on the stage here.
Big
Tuka!
Let's go.
One of the best mods.
Oh,
Done a
wow.
lot for the guild here.
You got the flag. That's so cool. And it's signed too. Okay, we'll sign it as well then afterwards. But yeah, welcome, Tuka.
Thank you so much.
Were you the mod who invited Storm?
I think that would have been Volps, probably.
Oh,
Probably Volps.
it probably was Volps.
Volps invited a lot of the people early on, because I joined a little bit late, right? Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah, Tuka is one of the people who worked behind the scenes to make everything work. I don't know exactly what that entails, but probably pretty much everything.
A lot of raid setup, a lot of messaging every single streamer, making sure they show up to the raid.
He did all the dirty work Soda
Yeah, all
didn't
the-
want to do. Yeah.
I
All
mean,
the background
messaging
stuff,
streamers, that's so easy. Streamers always respond, right?
It's like herding cats. You know, you're trying to like figure it all out. It's horrible.
It's worse than herding cats. My God, man.
I remember that one raid when Summit didn't show up because no one messaged him about the raid time.
Oh yeah. That's not exactly what happened.
Okay, I might have gotten the information wrong, but that's what I heard. But yeah, we were talking about how people got into OnlyFangs. Storm believes that it was through one of the mods from Soda. What about you, Savix?
Soda was begging me on his knees to join. So yeah, I said, okay, fine, I'll join. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll join. And Guzu?
I honestly have no idea. I
How come all of you guys don't know?
no, I played so much WoW anyway, so I was like, oh wow, OnlyFangs, hardcore, that's awesome. I play it anyway, so let's do it. For me, it was just like a cool experience to be able to play with other people that I haven't played
What are
with
we,
before.
lab rats experiment?
Yeah, I guess.
Experiment.
You know, like try to get a lot of new people in the dungeons and stuff. I don't know, I just played WoW and I always loved hardcore, so it was a cool opportunity. NymN.
Yes, it was. I was invited by Volps. Yes, Volps did everything. Big shout out to Volps.
Shout out to Volps, yeah, if he's listening. He actually did so many things. Yeah, he helped me as well with a lot of things. Joker, do you remember how you got in?
I think I just messaged Soda about it. So,
Yeah?
like I heard he was doing the guild. I didn't do the first one, so like I just hit him up. He said, "Yeah, sure. Here's the invite. That's it.
Cool.
Pretty easy."
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's the story of how to get into OnlyFangs, I suppose.
Yeah, just do
Ask
it.
Soda.
Just message Soda.
He loves it, just
Yeah.
DM him. Yeah,
His DMs are open, guys.
everywhere, guys.
I wanted to talk a little bit about playing WoW hardcore. I know I kind of mentioned it in the question earlier, but Storm and NymN didn't touch it too much. But do you guys think, now that you have this experience of playing it for months, if people ask you, is WoW hardcore hard? Is it difficult? What is your answer? And Storm, you can go first.
Who would say it's not? Like, it's not just a hard to play, it's just hard mentally. You will just feel awful all the time. You'll feel stressed, and you'll feel like
Are you sure you had a good time?
Okay, no, it was great, but you are just, it is the most stressful, like dreadful thing you could feel is like not, like trying not to die in hardcore WoW.
I thought non-WoW players enjoyed it, but the story seems different. You hated it. What?
But what's fun is like, when I got to level 60, I kind of missed leveling. Like, I think like getting to 60 was fun. The journey was
yeah.
actually the fun
Yeah,
part.
1 through 60 is a lot more fun than
100%.
rating for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Savix, do you think it's hard?
I think if you're a new player, it's definitely hard because you don't know what monsters can kill you or not, right? And
Right.
you could do certain things in a certain situation. The people that played WoW a lot, like Guzu and Joker, they're never going to die if you play normally. So they started doing these challenges and doing achievements, which makes it a lot more fun. So if you do those, even for a long-time WoW player, it'll be really hard.
Right. Okay. It's a pretty fair, well-rounded question. I mean, answer. What about you, Guzu? Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think it's really easy. I never die, honestly. The game, I mean, it's almost 3 decades old. Like, you can't die. I mean, honestly, no, I agree with Savix. It's like, if you play WoW for a long time, like some of us, like Joker as well, it's not that difficult because you know all the abilities of all the mobs and all the zones and the special stuff, but then you make it more difficult with challenges, and that's where it has a lot of replayability, I think, because you can keep doing new things and doing cool challenges to make it more difficult for yourself. So you kind of determine the difficulty yourself, which I think is fun. So yeah.
Was that your plan when you grabbed the Dragonflight mousepad?
Are you talking about the hole?
I didn't want to say the hole.
Yes,
The Guzu hole.
yes.
Tell us about the Guzu hole.
So yeah, in Sunken Temple, why do I have to say? Okay, yeah, I went to Sunken Temple and I was doing a cool stuff. I was charging. I was being really awesome, and then I got really unlucky, and the game bugged, and then it like threw me into the hole, and
It was a big bug, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
it
you got
bugged out.
distracted by something.
We gotta give credit though, because you used Noggin Fogger right before
did.
falling down, and that's a good.
Reaction.
That was good
Reaction, yeah.
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it
But that's
didn't
what makes it
work, yeah.
memorable, though. Like the fact that like your character can die at any moment is what makes it fun, I think.
I think you have the most memorable deaths out of everyone.
I don't know if that's a good thing,
The
though.
death rune, the Guzu hole, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true. Always very memorable deaths. NymN, how do you feel? Is the game hard?
I think especially the older WoW vanilla and stuff. I think mechanically, I don't think it's a very difficult game compared to, I don't know, I want to be the boss here or something. But I think mentally it can be very tough. I think, certain quests or certain dungeons, you need to really keep a cool head. And it can also be tough, of course, if you die and you got to sort of go through the process of redoing it. But I will say, I think for me it was pretty, I didn't find it too difficult, but I used this one add-on that everyone did. Or 2 add-ons, and they would tell me, you know, look out, there's an elite, or careful with this quest, you might need to get a group. I think if I didn't have that stuff, either I'd need to do my homework ahead of time, or I probably would have died to a mob that I didn't expect to be so strong, or like, a dangerous
Yeah.
zone.
I have to say though, you did really well. Like
Thank you.
you lived on your one character for the entire time.
Yeah, and then I died.
More
and they
than a
brought me
lot of
back
WoW
even.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you did really well.
thank you.
Jokered. Is classic WoW hard?
I mean, it is really hard to not fall asleep when you're playing the game. I mean, like,
Yo, this is your favorite game.
but this is what I'm talking about, right? Like you're constantly
that is
doing
actually
very
fair.
grindy stuff, and then you get spaced out because it's easy, and maybe you're reading your chat or something, and then you just die. And then you go into a
absolutely.
dungeon with other people. It takes one person to just mess everything up, and then it's, you're gonna die, right?
Have you guys seen the clip from S-Fand? I just got reminded when you said, getting distracted for a second.
Which one of them?
What?
Which one?
That's fair, actually. There was the
Are you talking about the one
one
where he ran into the Baron's?
Barons,
Yes.
or the one in Disolays.
Oh, yeah.
or
The one when he tabs out.
Oh,
And in that exact moment, the pack spawned in front of him. But
Yep.
because he tabbed out, he didn't see that they spawned.
Yeah, hardcore WoW, you don't pay attention for a few seconds, and that's where you die. I think
Yep.
I've had that happen a couple times too.
Wait, so if I can steal the show for a bit, then
Yeah.
curious question for the panel here: who do we think was the worst OnlyFangs member when it comes to just getting easily distracted and dying, or just not being able to lock in for long sections?
And you're asking this after I mentioned Esfand?
You said his name. You said his name.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, are there any other contenders then? If I say that.
They're contender.
who's the worst player?
Who do you hate in
No, not the worst
I
player.
have to say, I was surprised at the number of deaths Esfand had. That was the biggest
Yeah,
surprise.
because he is
yeah.
like a classic OG.
Yeah.
So
He's like a PvP guy. He just wants to be max level and do the end game. He doesn't really care about the journey to end game. He just want to get to the end game.
Yeah.
So it's not really
Yeah.
tailored for him, I think. So I think he got quite bored leveling.
dude,
he started
it was painful watching him die in STV. He like.
dude, I got
felt-
sad, man.
Yeah, he
I
was almost
cried.
crying. You
Dude,
cried?
A guy teared up. It was actually
Really?
so
Yeah, I felt
so hard to
bad.
watch, dude. I was like, oh, I thought he's dying in real life.
And then the thing is, like, the viewers or the WoW community, they get brutal if you're like an OG player and you die.
Yep.
They're very mean
Yeah.
about it. So
I mean, the thing
It's a
about
lot of
Esfand
pressure.
is he plays a paladin, right, which is really, really good for leveling, and then he went shaman, which is like one of the hardest classes to level. I think
True.
that for sure like made it harder for him.
Shaman is like really good, but like if you get in trouble, you're just dead because
You're
you
so
have your-
reliant on
Yeah.
your mana.
You
You
have
just
Stone
go
Claw, you have
right
Earthbind,
away.
and you have nothing else.
Guzu, you got to 60 on Shaman, right?
No, I did not, Savix.
Oh, what
did
happened to your shaman?
Wait, Savix, don't you also?
Yeah, I did a Shaman too because it's one of the hardest ones.
Yeah, but I did a very difficult challenge that a lot of people cannot do. Yeah, I know you did
The
it.
one
no,
that
don't say
I
it. No,
did, huh?
yeah.
The one
yeah.
I did.
Yeah, all the prep, engineering. Oh, guys, please help me. How do I do this quest?
I did not ask for help.
yeah.
I prepped up, engineered everything, got all the buffs,
Uh-huh.
and I killed it. And I saw Guzu's dead body right there.
At least you avenged me.
I
though.
avenged you.
Yeah,
That's
I like
right.
that. I like
That's what
that.
friends do.
Thank you for bringing it up.
Of course.
So did we have any other contenders? Surprising number
Maybe
of deaths.
Mizkif? I don't know.
Oh.
It was surprising.
You're right,
When it
Miss.
comes
It
to
wasn't
getting
surprising,
distracted or like.
Yeah.
but yes.
He died quite a lot. I think he was one of the
did.
first deaths as well in the Durotar cave, right, Skullrock? He played with Bean and who else?
Yes, they had like a group of 4 people,
Yeah,
right?
they were doing like the whole South Park thing, and they were like in
Yeah.
Yeah,
Skullrock,
yeah.
and then and they
The
died.
first day, right? You're talking
yeah,
about
Skullrock, yeah, the cave in North
Yeah.
Durotar. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, apart from Miskif and Esfand, I feel like people had like a fair number of deaths. And speaking of, wait, how many deaths did you guys have before you hit 60 the first time?
0.
Really?
Oh.
Yep, I've only
Didn't you
died
die in
at
Winter
60.
Spring? Was that at 60?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I only
wow.
died at 60.
Ah, okay.
Savix.
Do you want to go first?
I think we both have one, right? Oh, do you have more?
I was doing some challenges and listen, if
That's how it
I
starts.
level normally, we get in there, right, Joker?
True. True.
Yeah, we played so long, we would not die if we
Right.
did normal. But doing these achievements, I think I died 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it hurts.
Yeah. I feel the pain.
What about you? Did you roll like something you already leveled to 60 or?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Because I was doing something I've never done to 60, right?
Uh-huh.
With the challenges. Did you do like a warlock that you already
Yeah,
got
like a
60
really cool
on?
warlock. Never done it before. It was like first time, you know.
I think I remember like a gnome warlock.
Right.
60.
NymN also died actually as well.
He's
Yeah.
changing topics!
Yeah.
Your deflection isn't gonna work because I didn't. I had 0.
Nim did not die either.
Oh! Wait, how
Wait,
did the first
the
time
variety
not
mode?
die?
yeah,
that was the whole
okay.
story I
That
told
was,
you.
no, that
right?
was the previous one in Dead Mines where you were like left by your friends
That was
alone.
OnlyFangs 1.
Yeah, I remember because you were screaming. Yeah, that
Yep.
was the first one.
Say the
Everyone
number.
bring
remembers
that
this
up. You
clip.
gotta
I'm
bring
so
that up.
It was
surprised.
so funny. Because like you're like they were going to Dead Mines. Let me recap it. They were going to Dead Mines, and he was going in. And before going to Dead Mines, there's like a big tunnel where there's a bunch of elite mobs. And he was going in with his friends, and it was all great. And then his whole team decided just to run all the way through the instance to the dungeon.
Without talking about it before.
And Nim was left alone behind, just screaming for help. What are you guys doing? Help, guys, help! And then he slowly died.
I was at the end of the train running in, and on me, all the mobs would reset
Yeah.
right on top of my character.
To give context, Nim was the healer.
Yeah.
So Nim was actually nice enough to run towards this not so clever person who was running insane and got aggro because he was healing him.
It's actually usually the healer that dies, though. It's
It
not the
is
tanks,
usually
it's
healer,
usually the
yeah.
healers.
I mean, that mine's
Right.
really confusing, right? Like the entrance to it.
Well, that's why so I didn't die on OnlyFangs 2 at all, and I essentially, I'm sure you know, Annie, because we talked about doing dungeons, and we never did. I think I did one dungeon all the way because I don't trust people anymore. After that Dead Mines
That is
incident,
fair.
I'm like, the only way I get to 60 is if I do it by myself.
So
Yeah.
you played an MMO, but not played with anyone.
Yeah, the anti-social. I barely interacted with anyone in OnlyFangs at all until 60. No one knew who I was
Great
when I hit
experience.
60.
That was amazing.
I was like, Nim, do you want to level together? And he's like, no. No.
Yeah, I don't think I ever ran into you.
No, I don't trust anyone. After Dead Mines.
That mine's broken.
And then at 60, I was ready to die, and then I'm like, all right, time to link up with these idiots and see what happens, I guess. But
I remember that's
out.
when we started doing some dungeons together too. Yeah. Guzu, did you ever give us an answer?
I forgot the question.
How many did you die
I
on?
died on once, okay? And I made a warlock, and it was really epic and cool. Yeah.
He fear spammed all the way to 60.
Dude, I remember doing an elite tiger, but like the final big game hunter in Stranglethorn Vale, and I'm running around like kiting with fear juggling like 4 different panthers and like almost dying, and then you're in the water next to me, role playing that you're drowning.
I was giving you content.
Like, and you're like, oh my son, I'm drowning.
And he was ignoring me the whole time.
You're like gurgling water, like, and I'm like sitting there trying to like kill like 4 mobs at the same time.
I mean, at least that clip is on
That was fun.
history
That
now,
was
right?
fun. That was
Everyone
fun.
keeps thinking that now.
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. But I died once on a shaman in Desolace to a very difficult quest that not many people can do.
I did it, by the way.
Joker.
Well, I didn't die, but I didn't do these like crazy challenges, right? So it's not like that impressive. But I did play a shaman tank, and that is extremely weird.
Oh, can we talk about SFK?
Yeah, well, there might have been a rogue that died because I couldn't taunt the boss, but I didn't die, so it's all good.
Okay.
Still 0.
What was he in the guild?
Yes.
Oh.
He did re-level as a mage though, so he made it back to 6. It's all good.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, you let
Yeah, who
someone
was
die?
it?
Who was it? I don't remember.
You don't even remember.
I don't know his name.
You don't know your own guildies?
Cold blood.
I don't know every guild name. I don't know who Nim was in the guild. He was just playing by himself, right? It is what it is.
Yeah, well, I hear if I join dungeons with you, I'd die, so that's why.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on what you guys mentioned with the swimming, drowning. The number of clips I saw of you, Savix, with Peo typically.
Oh.
You guys
That
drowning.
was so fun.
Role playing. OnlyFangs this time with season 2, the new thing was role playing. We had not done that before. We had like a little persona test the first time around, but we didn't really do anything with it. It was just a rank in the guild, and that's it. I was a Vulpine, very cute. But this time around, we were all put into different races within the game itself. So we had like orcs and trolls and the other races who don't matter. And some people took things to the next level, either by the race that they were given or their own like creation of it, where they were just acting like some kind of character that they made up themselves. And Storm, if we start with you, because you actually have some role-playing experience before this, don't you? I think the only person here who has role-playing experience.
Yeah. I played on NoPixel 4.0, and I roleplayed for a while as a frog alien girl. Yeah, but yeah,
Did you take any of that into OnlyFans?
Yeah, no, it helped me a lot actually. It was nice to be superior in roleplay to everyone.
So you don't die. You're better than everyone at role-playing as well.
Yeah.
Savix has you beat a little bit though. You went in on the roleplay.
Yeah, I went ham on this roleplay. I've never done it, no experience, but I just had fun with it.
No, your roleplay was really good.
Thank you.
It was
I
actually really
appreciate
good.
it.
I have to say. I was
Thank you.
very positively shocked.
I'm so glad they did the roleplay thing
Role-playing
this
thing?
time around. It was super fun. Interacting with people, running around with the proximity voice, and
Proximity
seeing
chat
my
was
son
new.
Guzu and all these community members. It was amazing.
I think that was the coolest thing actually. You could like run into someone in
Yeah.
Barrens or something, and you could like,
Especially Wise Tauren.
yeah, that
Oh, yo, shout out to Wise Soren.
Dude, I loved running
just those
into him.
interactions you could have with people. I think was what made OnlyFangs so special to everyone included.
Yeah.
I remember when I met someone called Sunglitters for the first time. And
She's
the
so
first
fun.
thing that she asked me was, hey, do you want to join my strip club?
Wait, she's weird like
Spicy.
that?
And I said, yeah, sure.
Annie, what? What are you saying?
In game. Although it didn't really happen. I think she took on a lot of different projects, like the boy bands, a bunch of other stuff. So
CNN and
CNN, yeah. she
CNN was great. Shout out to Zico.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Shout out. I think CNN was the biggest or the coolest roleplay, which
Yeah.
was outside of one individual.
It became the best news team out of the whole community.
Yeah, yeah.
There was
exactly.
multiple, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think they did really well. It was really entertaining. But Guzu, did you have any role playing that you did yourself?
I mean, Savix tried to force it on me, but I
I think
could.
I saw some of
The
it.
guild role was to RP, and this guy was not doing it ever.
I was doing really cool roleplay. You know, I'm Guzuldan, you know. Like,
Yeah, that was great. I
yeah,
pulled that out of you. That
Yeah.
was great.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
but
I'm glad you did. That was the most fun when you ever did it.
It was great. It hurt my throat though. I couldn't do it because
True.
I couldn't talk the next day. But apart from, I'm not.
Can you do another Guzudan again?
No.
All right, that's fine.
But yeah, not too much roleplay, but it was fun like getting into like conversations with people. And if people were like in character, I tried to like play along with it, right?
Yeah.
So that was really fun, I think.
I think it's funny that you said that because I'm really bad at role playing. But when I was with people who
No,
were
when you did
role-playing,
Marudon, you were great.
I was
You
gonna
were talking
say,
like an orc, and I loved that.
The orc meetings as well. That
yeah,
was
she was the
Oh,
leader of the
yeah.
orc meetings.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
So when I had people around me who were doing it, then I could like, I was really trying, but it was really difficult for me. So whenever I did not have people like Savix around, it was hard. But I have to say thank you, Savix, because you actually
course.
inspire. And
I think I made all the people that did dungeon with me RP. I kind of like forced RP them.
it was great. Yeah.
But it was great.
That
Everyone had a
Mardon
good
one was
time.
really funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Nim, did you do any role playing?
Well, I joined a bit
Played by
late,
himself.
so I role play with my chat. I joined a bit late, and I sort of didn't realize you were role playing in the start, and then I ran into this one rogue who kept yelling "bunkai" at me all the time.
Oh god.
we had one experience together, and that was about it. I did role play on No Pixel. I enjoy it sometimes, but I think I was too busy not dying, so I sort of
Yeah.
put all my focus
You were
on
locked
that.
in.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It was a fun idea, though. I really liked the concept.
Jokered, what about you?
I did some
think I
orc
heard
RP,
some.
right? Like we did a lot of Magora, Magora. You know, like that was
Magora.
fun.
With the Miskiff duel in the first
But
orc
then
meeting.
I kind of decided to be a goblin, and I started like scamming the guild with like alchemy flasks, like 100 gold each. You know, like because I was herbing so much, I had to get some gold, right?
Was it Sketch Potions, right?
Yeah, like Cox potions. And then
potions.
if somebody complained about the prices, they got a 25% tariff. So they had to pay extra.
Terror.
And people were pissed though. Like I had to stop doing it after a
I
week.
remember you were in front of our raid team.
Yeah,
You
so-
did raid 1 and the raid team
Yeah.
2, you were out there just selling
I
it
was
to all the
outside,
last
so when
givers.
Tyler died on his character, right? Like people went out of the raid and they had to restock on consumes. I was already there. My shop was open.
Yeah, this guy was in the front just scamming
I was
everyone.
making a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people were complaining at guild meetings and bringing you up.
Yeah, I had to lower the prices. It became an issue. Yeah,
That sounds terrible, lowering the price.
yeah, it is what it is.
Speaking of role playing, I think there is one person, personally at least, who really stood out, especially because he was not someone I knew before OnlyFangs, and I believe it's probably a name that most of you guys will recognize as well. Rakula.
Yeah.
Oh, Rakula.
Yeah. And imagine if he was here
Him.
right now.
One can only dream. Unless
way.
Yo, Rakula.
What's with the carrot?
Is that what you're? Why you eat the mask? You're asking about the carrot?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he looks like that. Is that a mask?
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, what is-
carrots. It's not a
Welcome,
typical
Rakula.
orc diet, is it?
I don't. I mean, I think they're farmers, right?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
it's not May from home.
Oh, face reveal.
wait, you're not actually an orc?
Sometimes.
You're doing a
The
voice reveal
too?
too.
Wait, what?
But most of you guys know from me for hello.
That's right.
How did you get into OnlyFangs, Dracula? Busy eating. I think you were one of the most incredible role players who never dropped face.
Yep.
Like you kept going, even
Oh.
if you're streaming for 16 hours, you still had the voice going.
I'm still doing it.
You're still
You never
doing
quit the
it.
role play.
I can't stop.
What was your favorite role play moment in the game?
It's so many. It's every moment for me was a role play moment.
That's fair.
She's saying one favorite though, you know? You probably have one of the favorites, right?
If not favorite, just mention one.
Well, it was, singing karaoke with Tonka in UBRS and stuff was very fun. But also planning a wedding for 1 month with Pink Tua, and then he died right beforehand, so we had to cancel.
Oh no. The wedding had to be called off. That's unfortunate.
But it was still fun.
That's awesome.
Speaking about great RPers, can I give a shout out to one person?
Absolutely.
He's actually here in the crowd.
Really?
His name is Moose. Moose, do you want to come up and
Moose.
do your little...
Do you want to wait?
Yeah, come here and can you do the song for us? Okay, just say hi.
Yo, how you guys doing?
Hello, Moose.
How you guys doing?
Also into the role playing.
Yeah. It was mainly because of the troll RP was good from the get go. Like Vebe carried super hard.
Yeah.
She
And
really
then
did. Shout out to Bebe.
Savix going crazy, and then at some point, you just gotta go for it and start RPing. But it was super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think the coolest thing about OnlyFangs is getting people together. But on top of that, noticing talent and just creativity from you guys, it's been
Yeah, most of the people were just freestyling the RP, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And they all have like no experiences, right? Because we're all WoW players, nerds, and whatnot.
Oh, were you
But-
originally a WoW player?
Yeah, I've played some WoW, but not like insane amounts. But yeah, played some WoW.
Moose, before you go sit down, can you like give us your voice lines? Like, oh, you're crazy.
I mean, I can do one. It's like, are you crazy, man?
Do the song for us, like 10 seconds.
I don't know. I used to sing Sean Paul, like Temperature, but I don't think.
10 seconds, like 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Yeah, come on, crowd. Do you guys want to hear it? Yeah. All right, Moose, let's go.
Karaoke time.
Okay, Rakula will do like a 10-second after you.
Rakula's gonna do it?
Yeah.
And then you are too?
I don't know about myself.
Oh.
If Guzu does.
Can Savix do one as well, guys?
Yeah.
All right, you go first. Actually,
I need the lyrics for that.
pull out your phone. We got time, right, Annie?
Started?
You want me to start?
Yeah, you can start it.
I'll do it with Guzu. Guzu, you know the song I always sing, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it in RP voice?
Yeah.
It's gonna be very cringy, guys.
Oh, God.
All
That's
right.
great. Yes,
You
go for
ready?
it.
What are we singing?
The song.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
You are my sunshine,
my only sunshine. I think that's 10 seconds.
What? You know? Okay.
All right, are you ready, Moose?
All right, Moose, are you ready?
We got it almost. Hold on, it's opening Spotify. That's not. We don't want to send the song live here.
We could do a Rakula 10 seconds while we wait.
Do you have a 10-second song?
Papa poker face, suck, 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 suck. I wanna do it like they do in Texas, please.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good
That
bait.
was great. Crowd.
I got the lyrics.
Ready?
All right, this is great, guys.
This is not what I expected when Annie asked me to join this panel.
We should make them sing a song too now. I saw them do a
it's fine. I
karaoke
didn't
and
have
it
an
was
RP
great.
voice, so. Yeah.
All right, I got it. Here we go.
Send it.
I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm. Oh, la, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be them all. Oh, oh.
Yo, let's go! Thank you for joining us, man.
No problem. Whose mic is this?
Mine.
Approved.
Rakula stamped, Rakula approved. Amazing. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about RP over here. Guys, do you have any experience singing in RP voice? Maybe Savix made you sing or
Nim,
something
you
like
gotta
that?
do a song because I saw
What?
you do like a karaoke on your award show.
This is
That was
not
a great show, by the
karaoke
way.
show. It's an OnlyFangs
Like
show.
a 10-second warm up.
I
have any Zug
can't help falling in love with you.
See, that was great. That was great.
Nice.
Joker, do you want to give us a Zug Zug?
So I gotta do a 10-second song in like
Yeah.
an orc voice, right? All right. Oh whoa, oh whoa, oh whoa.
That was great. That was
That's
great.
really good.
Thank you,
Don't ask me
Stuck.
why that song was in my mind. They might have played it at the partner party. Let's just say that.
Okay, I
Okay,
believe
if you
you.
say so.
Yeah, of course.
All right, of course, yeah. I wanted to ask you guys about Tyler and Soda, since I think that was a pretty big part of OnlyFangs in season 2. Tyler coming in was, I think, shocking for a lot of people. His perseverance and just entertainment as well was not expected. And I wanted to ask you guys, who was the better raid leader, Tyler or Soda?
Oh. What does the crowd think?
Okay, if you think Soda, make a noise. If you think Tyler, make noise.
Well, that's very
That's
close.
pretty, that's pretty equal, yeah.
Even. What about you, Storm?
It's hard because I think it's kind of like the fun parent and then the actually parent that gets shit done.
True, actually.
So
Right.
Tyler
Perfectly
made
said.
it super fucking content. Everything was so like so much more enjoyable, and it wasn't so like serious. But Soda actually like just did shit. He just got stuff done. So
Yeah.
I would probably say Tyler.
All right, Tyler it is. What about you, Savix?
This is a difficult question. I feel like Soda was well prepped and did a lot of, I don't know if I could swear, did a lot of stuff.
I just
basically.
did.
Oh, you just did? Okay, I don't know, so I'm not going to say it. But Tyler definitely made it loose and have a lot of fun times. But in terms of fun, I think it was more fun with Tyler because he was kind of dumb. And
Whoa.
that made it a lot fun because he doesn't know about WoW.
Right.
But if I have to give credit, Soda did a lot for the guild, so I'll say Soda.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it one vote to Tyler, 1 vote to Soda. What about you, Guzu?
I think that when Tyler was brought aboard, I think everybody kind of expected him to want to level a little bit and then quit and then flame someone and then go crazy and then crash out. But I think ultimately it was fun seeing someone come outside from the WoW sphere and then enjoy the game a lot. I will agree with Savix that Soda was more. It seemed like he planned more things and more events for the community, which I really thought was cool. But I did enjoy the chaos that Tyler brought as well, and I think the epic duel that they had for leadership was so fun to watch
that was
as well.
a great event.
But I think overall my soat goes to Voda. Yeah, that one.
What did you say?
Soat goes to
Voda.
Vote up, Pop.
What to go on?
My vote goes to Soda. Yeah, I'm a foreigner.
Okay, that's fine. Vote and how did it?
Jag hade against Skuldmärke.
Tack, tack.
Yeah, tack.
Tack.
Yeah. So yeah, I vote for Soda, but I like the chaos.
Gotcha. What about, I noticed with your answer a little bit too. Yeah, we don't have to talk about him just raid leader in the raid itself. You can also talk about him being the guild leader.
Oh, I
in
misunderstood the question.
general. It's fine though. I just realized now that both questions are just.
Would that
as
have
valid.
changed your answer?
Well, it felt like that's what you were answering because you were mentioning other events and stuff.
I think I was just thinking overall guildmaster,
Yeah.
who was the better guildmaster.
Yeah.
You know, so I think Soda put more thought into all the things, but Tyler was more chaotic because he was completely new to WoW, and
Right.
that was what was fun. And I thought it was also fun having people that didn't know what they were doing trying to lead an MMO that
Yeah.
they've never played. So that was cool.
So still Soda vote. And NymN.
So happy Taiwan joined in on this. I'm really impressed by how well he did. Brought so much content, memorable moments. I like laughing at his brother.
We all do.
Yes.
I loved that.
Yeah.
The clips were great. He died at the same place like 10 times. Yeah.
Yes, and he made it to like level 52 and then just died from fall damage in the dumbest
And
way.
Ashara, that was so
I
bad.
saw that.
Just fell down in Ashara. He was off stream as well.
Yep. Where can I go down? Where can I go down? I mean, I guess he found a way down. Just
Oh, wait,
Wait,
was
you,
that
you
off
just
stream?
you just named the contender for who was the worst.
did I spoil something? Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Anyway, back to the. No, my heart belongs to Soda Poppin' all the way, baby.
All right, I think Soda is getting a lot of votes here, which honestly makes sense. He put in a lot of effort this season. I mean, last season too, but especially this season with everything that's going on. So, understandable. But Tyler did bring a lot of chaos and entertainment, which is also a lot of fun. Jokered, what's your vote?
This is hard.
It is hard.
Like Soda carried the guild, right? Like he did all of the, really boring stuff that has to happen. And like remember the events we used to do on the weekend, right? What was that called again? The loot box.
The tribute chest.
Tribute chest, yeah, that was so fun. And
Yeah.
I feel like when we stopped doing that, like it was not as interesting, Like you had something to work towards with like the races and the points, right? But as an EU guy, like Tyler was there doing dungeons all the time. Like when I was online, I was able to do dungeons with him, like UBRS and stuff, and Dire Mall.
I was shocked to see how many runs of Ubers he
He
did.
did so many runs. He
was the
was
Carapace,
living
right?
in that dungeon, trying to get his
He's
like
done that
Carapace,
dungeon
right?
more than me in total. Like in all my years of playing, he ran it so many times.
Yeah. But when it comes to like the raid leading, I have to admit, even though Tyler didn't do as good of a job as Soda, it was more entertaining to be in his raids.
Yeah.
Right, and it really sucks that he made that call and some people didn't listen, and then he ended up dying. They would have killed the boss, by the way. I'm still.
I
like,
agree. They would have
He's
killed
hidden,
it.
yes.
I'm still on his side. Like the call was fine. They would have killed the boss, but obviously, things happen, right? People are afraid of losing their characters,
It goes against people's instincts.
Exactly.
It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was anyone here in that raid? I think Joker, weren't you in it?
Nah, they would have killed the boss if I was there.
Was anyone here in that raid? Oh,
Look at us.
you were?
You wanna?
Finish him. Did you finish him?
Finish.
Oh.
He was out of
So
mana.
he was
I
out of
think.
mana. Yeah.
Oh,
No dispels.
no dispel.
If we were in there, we would have probably killed it, right?
There was
think so,
nothing
yeah.
he could
Of
do.
course.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, he wanted.
He did the living bomb right.
That's good.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Should we discuss that? Whether or not wasn't that one of our points? Whether or not we would have stayed in or not?
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to sort of lead into. Just a quick yes or no. If you were there, would you have stayed?
No.
A hesitation says it
Fair
all.
enough. Savix.
I listened to leaders. If he called stay, I would have stayed. 1,000%.
Okay. Guzu.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I got more DPS. It's better. You gotta get as high as possible on the fun meter as you can.
Yeah, we love pumping. We would not
the more,
leave.
the more DPS you're doing, the more fun you're having. It's good. Get all the world buffs and pop off. Yes, yes.
NymN, would you stay in?
No, I would have bolted straight out of there.
And what about you, Joker?
I would have stayed in for the war chief, of course.
You don't stand in the fire, guys. It's like the first thing they teach you.
No, it gives you more rage.
Stand and fire, DPS higher.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
True.
So the variety streamers would bolt and the WoW streamers would stay. Makes sense.
I think we're just long-time WoW players, and we just want to do stupid shit too, right? What about Annie? Would you have stayed?
I would have stayed.
Okay.
And I would have. Because I would feel bad leaving, wondering if I could have made the difference. I don't know if you guys saw my death in BRD, but like that was not a good group to run it. We were under-leveled.
I felt so bad. You were playing on a controller too, right?
I was
With
playing
Grubby, right?
controller. Yeah, with Grubby.
Oh man, that was
I started
brutal.
casting my Hearthstone when I realized that we're trapped, but no one else was clicking Hearthstone.
That's the worst, when you know you're about to die in like 10 seconds.
And then you
just can't
cancel,
do
then you
anything.
stay,
So
right?
I canceled
oh,
and stayed,
man.
and I died. And I was like level.
Well, you died as a team player, so.
Yeah, so I think if I leave, I will always wonder what if, And I think that would have been the same in the raid too. Like if I leave, I would wonder what if, and it would bother me later on. So I think
I
would stay.
respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of time because I wanted to take a moment in the end to maybe take some questions from the audience. If you guys have anything that you may want to ask, maybe think about it for the next minute or so. But for the future purposes, OnlyFangs 3, are you guys coming back?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
100%.
I think it needs a little cool down, but once everybody's a little bit refreshed, we can go again.
I think Blizzard needs to do a Classic Plus and a Hardcore option on it.
I'm coming back.
You guys agree with it?
Yeah.
You heard it, Blizzard?
Classic Plus with hardcore.
It's a checkbox if you want to or not,
Yeah.
right? I think that'll make it really interesting.
Or
Send
TBC
it.
hardcore. TBC hardcore would be also kind of cool.
It'd be
even
interesting.
possible?
I want to see
Yeah.
TBC hardcore.
Good luck going into, what is it, like Shattered Halls? Isn't that the one horror?
Yeah. Imagine Mechthardon's lair. One person doesn't
Bro,
click
they
the
don't
cube.
click-
It's
Oh
a
my
wipe right away.
goodness,
That's
yeah.
it.
I don't want to think about that, dude.
The adrenaline.
There's still
during-
Petries in the game, so
is
you
true.
might still be able to do it.
The adrenaline during gruel.
Oh yeah. You get knocked into.
Oh, yeah,
the
when you
same
get a spread
person,
out.
Boom.
Yeah.
Don't get knocked next to Peo. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that was a bit of
I heard some
a
stuff
problem
about
with you and
that.
Peo.
yeah.
It's all good now.
If you would change anything for the coming season, what would that be?
Alliance.
A lie. I'm so
go, baby.
Different faction.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it'd be fun if we did it where all the raids were out immediately, and we would have like a certain amount of raids that we could do before progressing to the next one. Because I think a lot of people kind of burned out a little bit on it because we were just doing Molten Core, Molten Core, Molten Core. But it'd be fun if you could progress through the raids and see how far we could take it instead of having to wait like months for new releases. But that's more of a, timing with that, I suppose.
Yeah, I think this time around we decided to go for this server because it was fresh. The downside was that the content is time gated, so it took like 2 months for BWL or something.
I think at the moment it was a good decision that was made, but in
Yeah.
retrospect it could have been fun to see more raids as well.
Yeah.
Originally, Soda wanted to do it on the older server so we could
Yep.
do what Guzu just said. But since the timing, Blizzard announced Hardcore, it was like, all right, we have to go on the new one, right? So
Yeah.
that's
The
what we
fresh hype
it
was
just
too
felt-
big.
Yeah, it was too
Yeah.
big.
It was a smart decision when it was made.
Yeah,
I think.
at the time, I think it made perfect sense. Because also, we didn't realize how good the add-on was going to be. Like, in hindsight, we
was so
realized
good.
the add-on actually does make the challenge. It keeps it pretty intact. So being on a populated server would actually be fine. But we didn't really know that at the time. Again, shout out to Soda's Mods for working on the add-on as well. Really powerful. But yeah, at the time, I think it made perfect sense to do that. Is there any question that anyone wants to... I can maybe
over
walk
there.
to you.
I think Yon over there had a question too. He kept waving his hand. Yeah. How's the carrot tasting?
It's good.
All right.
Me like.
I think we heard a little bit, but I don't think from everyone. Like, what's your absolute favorite moment during OnlyFangs?
You know, that's perfect because that was one of my questions here.
Works out.
Did anyone prepare a good answer for that?
Um,
Your favorite moment in OnlyFangs?
I'm gonna just say like the Tyler death. Even though I was really sad that he died, it was just like so spectacular. Like the whole thing, like everything went wrong at the same time. It was just so much fun to watch.
I agree. It was very cinematic, and I don't
Yeah,
know
that
if
was
you
the
guys
best
saw,
way to
but
go out.
there were a lot of like animations made on it. Like
Yeah.
on YouTube, there was like I saw at least 2 or 3, and they were really well made too. It was a very animated moment with "finish him." So I agree with that.
Finished.
I'm dead wishing.
People started saying that.
You can't listen.
Yep.
I think also as well, that's very much in the spirit of like MMO and like hardcore and WoW and stuff like that. Was the duel between the war chiefs. I think like Soda
Oh,
Poppin'
yeah.
and Tyler going towards a duel, the whole guild meeting up together, cheering on. I think that was like the perfect spirit of the game. So I think probably that was, I would say that was one of my favorite moments, if not my favorite moment. I think where they were dueling and the whole guild was there watching and cheering. It was cool. That was like peak MMO. I
Crazy
think.
comeback as well. Like Soda was ahead, and
Yeah.
then he just comes back and then
It was
Soda
so
forgets
fun.
to use like a cooldown or something and loses.
Yeah, he forgot one cooldown and then
He forgot
lost.
to be in battles or
No, he
Berserker
didn't help
stance
bot
to-
early or something,
with the
right?
fear. I
with the
think.
fear.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that
he didn't
as
use
well, yeah.
enrage. Yeah, but Tyler remembered and did it, which was crazy.
Yeah. So I think that's probably my.
Did you guys bet on that duel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made
wish
a lot
I
of money.
did.
How much?
Yeah, I made like 400 gold. It was good.
What?
Yeah.
Final one odds were crazy.
It was great. The odds
400
were on.
that early is a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
I bid like 50 gold, and I thought I put in a lot.
I went
You put
all in.
400?
Yeah, I think so.
I lost 100 gold, but I gained the best war chief.
Fair enough.
I think my favorite was just meeting all the new people that I never knew around. And
Aw.
It's wholesome.
yeah, shout out to
Very
Soda for
wholesome.
making this happen. And we all got to connect, and a lot of us grew from it and made a bunch of new friends. So that was the best part for me. Yeah.
Very wholesome. Storm, do you have anything?
Kind of similar. On raid days were probably my favorite. Like waking up at like 8 or 9 a.m. and everyone's kind of like just joining together, and it's kind of like everyone doing something and getting like 40 streamers on at the same time so early and like working together. It's just like it's like when a new MMO drops and everybody's there. They stayed up and they're gonna play all day and they ordered food, and I just like that community aspect of everyone doing the same thing and like having fun.
I completely agree. Very well said. I think we are reaching the end of the session today. I feel like we could probably speak for many more hours, and I would have loved to take more questions from the crowd as well. But I think we're going to wrap it here. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to come in here, everyone here on the
Thanks for having us.
on the
it was fun.
stage. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Jokered,
Annie.
NymN, Guzu, Savix,
Salt hype.
Storm,
Hot, hot.
Rakula, and Tuka as well. And thank you guys in the crowd for coming in here
Yeah,
to
thank
watch.
you all for
Thank you,
coming
guys.
out. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.